Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. A very good afternoon to all the viewers. Clearly, we are seeing pressure that has started to build in. We are below the 19,350 mark already in terms of where trade goes. Overall, if you see 166 points is the kind of cuts that we are seeing. We are near the day's lowest levels, and the advanced decline ratio is in favor of the bears as well. Overall, if you see in terms of Sensex as well, 450 points is the kind of cuts that we've been witnessing. And moving from there on, if you see Bank Nifty as well, a 400 points drop is what we are seeing in terms of Bank Nifty. So that's the overall picture now. And this was something that was anticipated as well, seeing the kind of 850 points run up that we've seen in terms of Nifty 50 over the last 8 trading sessions. Profit booking was something that was already on the cards. Vinay Rajani, CMT Senior Technical and Derivative Analyst at HDFC Securities, joins in. Vinay, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, Hiral, and thanks for having me on the show.
Vinay, always a pleasure to speak to you. Overall, Nifty has surpassed the 19,500 mark in intraday trade. Now we've started to see profit booking that has come in and we're trading in the negative. What's the sense that you pick up and what levels are you tracking now?
Yeah, so Nifty has broken the eight sessions winning streak today. After eight consecutive sessions, we have seen sub Nifty is falling by 0.9%, and 19,500 has acted as a strong resistance. When we started this July series, we saw the option open interest was there, highest in the 19,500 strike, highest open interest was there. And if you were to see the FI's long to short ratio, which went above 2.6 yesterday, which is you can say, considering the recent historical data, it was at the overbought status, overbought territory. So FIs were quite long, and we saw that Nifty has already seen a significant rise from March 2023 bottom. So after a significant run up, now Nifty is facing the resistance at 19,500. I believe that previous resistance, which was at 18,900, where we saw fresh breakout, and after that Nifty went to 19,500. I think 18,900 to 19,000 is a level I am looking for in the coming days. Today is the first day of weakness, and I think this weakness can extend from here. And I'm expecting that in the coming days, Nifty could reach towards the level of 18,900 to 19,000. At that level, we will again review what is the scenario. But as of now, it looks like it's a bull market correction, and this correction could be deeper also, and we can see Nifty going down by 300 to 400 points down further from here. So I'm expecting market to remain weak in the next week, and especially for the support, I see 18,900 to 19,000 as a support for the Nifty. So yes, it is looking weak for the short-term correction. So traders should cut their long positions and wait for the correction to extend. And as I communicated, you should cut your shorts around 18,900 or levels, where there is a strong support for the Nifty. So overall, next week we should remain cautious in the market.
Right. Apart from that, if you see in terms of Nifty 50 as well, uh, 65,350 was the key support level that we were tracking clearly. And now, if you see, sorry, that was in terms of the Sensex. Now, if you see in terms of the Bank Nifty as well, we are below the 45,000 mark already. What's your view?
Next support I see in the Bank Nifty is around 44,000. So what happened is, like three days back, precisely on 4th July, we saw a long leg doji candlestick pattern. In technical terms, we call it as a reversal pattern after a prolonged uptrend. We saw that pattern developing, and high of that pattern was the candlestick was 45,655. So that was not taken out in last couple of days, and we saw that acting as a strong resistance. So that doji formation on the daily candlestick on the 4th July is still intact, and it suggests that Bank Nifty can extend its fall towards the next support of 44,000. So along with the Nifty, Bank Nifty can also fall, and I see around 800 to 900 points cut from here in Bank Nifty. So yes, in coming days it could happen, and 44,000 is a level to watch out for, and short traders should cut their short position on those levels. So yes, if someone wants to create fresh positions in Bank Nifty, I think the direction should be on the downside, and the puts can be used to utilize this opportunity for the Bank Nifty.
Right, so that's with regards to where Bank Nifty goes. Moving on, if you see in terms of individual stock specific action as well, Vinay, clearly We have been watching out for names like ICICI Bank as well as Axis Bank because both of these have been at crucial levels. What should the strategy be?
So primary trend of both of this stock is positive. Till yesterday they were holding very strong. Today is down, but ICICI Bank is down by 1.4%. So it's there is no sign of reversal as of yet. But yes, if market corrects here, they could extend their fall. So overall, primary and intermediate trend remains positive in both of the stocks. But definitely for the short term, they could see 3 to 4% correction from here. So I'm expecting that the strong stock like ICC, Axis Bank can also fall with the market. Definitely, I'm not expecting it to underperform overall. They are holding very strong on the medium to long term charts, but yes, 3 to 4% cut can be there along with the markets. So don't expect bigger fall in these, but yes, correction could be there, which cannot be ruled out.
Right, so correction is something which cannot be ruled out as well. Moving on, let's look at few of the other names. Short build-up seen in stocks like Intellect Design, M&M Financial Services, PI Industries. What should the strategy be according to you?
So stock like M&M Finance has seen significant rally. They were the outperformer. Entire NBFC space has seen a significant run up in last couple of months. And after some consolidation, if you were to see last three sessions, excluding today's one, so there was some consolidation which was going on. And today is just a profit booking session. And as I said that for the Axis Bank and ICICI Bank, same setup is there for M&M Finance also. That primary trend is up. There is no doubt about it, but regular correction is a part of the bull run. So it is the setup is like that only. So we may see some 15 to 20 rupees cut in the stock like M&M Finance also. Intellect is also one of the stock which has outperformed in the IT space and can correct a bit. So I don't see any significant weakness in these stocks, but yes, correction could be there. M&M Finance, PI Industry, Intellect, there could be short-term correction along with the market, but I think it is a limited downside is limited. 3 to 5% correction could be there in the mid-cap stocks like M&M Finance and PI Industry as well as Intellect. But I don't see significant downside in the this kind of stocks because they have been the leaders in this particular rally, and I think every dip is a buying opportunity as far as some investors and positional traders are concerned. So this is the one type of opportunities that positional traders are getting, the buying a good stock at lower price. So wait for 2 3 days more, you will find these stocks at lower level, and at that time we should create long positions.
Right. How are you looking at a Delta Corp and Godrej Properties? Long unwinding is seen, giving you clear bearish signals as well. What should the strategy be?
So Godrej Property has outperformed real estate as a sector, has done exceptionally well. And still, if I look at the chart of Godrej Property, still looks strong. And 2 days back, it hit a low of 1497 around 1500. It bounced back sharply from that level. So unless this level is breached on the downside, which is at 1497, so approximate we can consider 1500 is a strong support. So unless and until we see Godrej property breaking below this level 1500, the trend remains up and one should continue to hold on to the long positions because sector has done exceptionally well. And if we have to be conditional in this stock, if market further goes down and significant panic is seen in the market, then and then only this kind of stocks can go down from here. But if markets corrects by 1% 2%, then these kind of stocks can do well. So I am a bit positive on the stock like Godrej Property. There is no signal at all, and one should continue to hold on to the long positions with the stop loss of 1500 in Godrej Property.
Right. How are you seeing a Tata Motors winner? Because the top gainer in terms of Nifty 50, again, the auto pack has been really on a strong footing. And if you see in terms of the OI addition as well is pretty strong, volumes are pretty okay. What's your view?
So I think stock has hit the new all-time high. And looking at this chart, I don't think that today's Nifty is down by 180 points. So when Nifty is down 180 points, a stock like Tata Motor, which is the part of Nifty, is going up by more than 3% and holding around its high. So significant outperformance is there. So no, there is no doubt about it. It's clearly outperformer and trading at its all-time high. And one should not go against the trend. It's clearly into an uptrend with a momentum. And auto sector has also been doing well for last couple of sessions. So looking at the strength of the chart, not at all, it is not looking weak at all. So continue to be bullish on this kind of setups. and the stock like Tata Motor can really outperform the overall markets as of now. It looks like that looking at the chart. So yes, purely on the basis of charts, I would remain bullish in the stock like Tata Motors.
Right. Two other names, REC as well as Petronet LNG, and a Canfin Homes. All these three counters are seeing some shorts which are being covered. What's your view?
So Canfin Home, REC have done very well in last couple of months, and they have been outperformer. So for last 4 5 sessions they have been consolidating, and the upside is capped at around recent highs, which is not that far, 2 3% away from the current price, is just 2 3% away from its recent high. So overall setup like Godrej Property, the Canfin Home is still looking good, so continue to remain long. I think there is a strong support around, let's say, 750 odd levels for the stock like Kenshin Home. So traders should remain positive in this stock. As of now, I don't see any important supports being taken away. So better to continue to hold long positions with a appropriate stop loss. If market weakness continues to go like that, then only we have to review these kind of stocks and these kind of leaders. But as of now, these type of stocks can be held with a, let's say, 2% lower than the current market price stop loss, and continue to hold on to your long positions.
Right. Uh, Apart from the names that we've already discussed, Vinay, anything that comes to your radar that you think investors should watch out for?
Yeah, so overall, IT space is a very it's a crucial juncture, and as we are approaching the result season, many of the IT stocks which previously underperformed can turn out to be an outperformer in the coming days. So HCL Tech is one of the stock one should watch out for, because overall setup is good, and for last 2 sessions it has been falling. But looking at the primary trend, I think dip should be bought. So overall, HCL Tech is a stock I am looking for, from where uh, uh, we can see some outperformance coming in the coming next week. So IT is a sector I am looking at, and especially HCL Tech is looking good. So on dips, one can consider going long in HCL Tech. The support which I see in HCL Tech is around 1135, which is 2% away from this level at the lower price. So at around 1135, 1140, one can go long in the stock like HCL Tech, keeping a stop loss of 1100.
Right. Another sector that I want to talk to you about is the FMCG space. The FMCG index itself has outperformed benchmark indices as well as other sectoral indices in terms of 2023 so far. And clearly, ITC, Varun Beverages, these are few, Britannia, these are few of the top gainers as well, which have led to this kind of a run. How are you looking at a Varun Beverages as well as a ITC? What are charts indicating?
Yeah, so both stocks are into clear-cut uptrend, and ITC is the biggest contributor in the entire FMCG rally, which we have seen in last 3 to 6 months. And still, the outperformance is there. The setup is quite strong. We have seen some selling in the stocks like Marico and Dabur recently. But if you were to look at the Varun beverages and ITC, still they are holding strong. In the falling market, they are not falling. It's a good sign. But if we look at the overall scenario, if somebody wants to go long from here, then I don't think risk reward ratio is favorable, because today Nifty FMCG index has fallen with a rising momentum. Also, volumes are there, and many of the FMCG stocks have started correcting. So as we are expecting that Nifty and Bank Nifty could also extend the fall. So I would suggest that wait for some correction, because FMCG has given significant returns in last couple of months, but correction is due in this particular sector. So I am not expecting that this top is made, but at least we can expect some correction in the outperformer sector like FMCG. So 2 to 3%, 4% correction could be there in the index, and same stocks can be available at lower price also. So it's all about timing. So stocks are there, quality wise they are very good. ITC, VBL still looking strong, but risk reward ratio is not favoring right now, and going long it is not advisable at this point of time. So better to wait for some correction to come. Around 3 to 5% correction comes, then you can consider the outperformance like Varun beverages and ITC at lower level.
Right. So that's with regards to where, the FMCG pack goes. Thank you, Vinay, so much for joining us on the show and sharing those views. And clearly, an interesting day of trade where the markets have snapped the 8 day winning streak. And we have given up those gains in today's session, almost closing near the day's lowest levels as we speak. The breath is absolutely turned in favor of the bears. And clearly 43 declines on Nifty 50 versus 7 advances. You have Bank Nifty as well as Nifty, which have been absolutely in tandem, no major difference coming in there in terms of performance. But interesting is Tata Motors, a 3% up move coming in a falling market. Titan, a 1.5% up move. M&F continues the upward journey for a second consecutive session. SBI Life as well as SBI, both these counters trading in the positive. Pressure built on Adani Ports, Apollo Hospitals, Power Grid, IndusInd Bank, as well as Britannia. A few interesting names from the broader markets as well. But if you see the Sensex, almost a 450 points cut is what we've seen on the Sensex in today's session. A few interesting names that were movers and shakers of trade today was the Z Group. Z Entertainment saw some smart moves in today's day of trade. Suntech Realty ended with gains of around 11%. Praj Industries, 7 to 8% kind of up move. Olectra as well on the back of an order win was up almost 17 to 18% in trade. All cargo logistics was in focus on the back of a 26% target price cut by Jefferies. Subros again jumped in trade as well, and this was on the back of the commentary that we heard from Honorable Minister Nitin Gadkari with regards to approving the notification with AC cabins for trucks is concerned. Intellect Design, the contract they have with GEM will not be reviewed, and they've not been selected as per the RFP. And they garnered almost 253 crore revenues from them, and that's something which has hit the company as well. IOC was another one, and Praj we already mentioned on the back of the joint venture plan. Kalyan Jewelers on the strong Q1 update was a smart mover. Liquor stocks tumbled, and this is on the back of Karnataka going ahead and hiking the duty by 20%. So names like Global Spirits, Radico, Khaitan, Som Distilleries were trading under pressure. And very lastly, the key highlight of the day was from the primary markets, where Idea Forge listed on the bourses today with a stellar 94% premium listing is what we have seen on this one. And this is actually going to set the tone and the benchmark in terms of where the drone industry goes, because this is one of the first drone manufacturers that is listing on the Indian bourses as well, with a clear play on the defense space. Before this, we did have Dronacharya, but that's mainly into pilot training. So what sustenance we see out of Idea Forge is something we need to wait and watch over the next 6 to 8 months, because all the new age companies, what we've seen is even after a stellar listing, that's when over time we've seen a major correction that has creeped in, because that's when the valuations, the premiums actually tend to normalize. But good luck in terms of what's happened with Idea Forge as well so far. A good one to watch out for to set the trend. But clearly the markets have been a downer and snapped the 8-day winning streak that we've seen. And this was something which was on the cards, that at higher levels we would see profit booking that would start creeping in as well. That's all that we have on this session. Thanks for watching. Lots more lined up on the other side. Please stay tuned to BQ Prime and have a great weekend.